Okay, today's reading. This is this reading is quite deep. For me personally, it is quite a deep read that I just did, and I just want to say that if you are someone who has to deal with people who obsess over an image of you, get obsessed over the idea of you, and they don't see you for who you are, I feel like this reading is for you, because the the way that everything kind of came out, I actually did a previous video for this. I might upload it to YouTube, so you can look at the card pulling process of how I even got here. Um, so yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna post that. I will post that on YouTube, and this video is obviously for TikTok. So already we have the energy here of somebody who um, is wanting to almost be met with, they're seeking support, they're seeking help, they want to be met with comfort, a helping hand, but they feel like in their life they don't have those support networks or systems. We have support in reverse and we have grief work. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we have the widow. These three cards here that I was holding earlier is, let me try and space it out properly. Trying to get my fingers right. The bridge, the siren, and La Llorona in reverse. And so it's one of those, it's one of the situations where it's like, I feel like this person really feels like they don't have real friends around them. They don't have people around them that they can genuinely either vent to or have really good connections with. This is someone who has been through the ringer when it comes to other relationships. Underneath the widow, we have the guide in reverse. And it's like, yeah, you almost feel like you've been left to your own devices, because every time you've tried to form some type of connection with someone, excuse me, it's just gone to, it's just blown up, basically, for, for a multitude of reasons. But we have, having widow at the bottom of the deck and grief work in reverse. It's like you are tired of grieving. You are tired of being in a situation where you have to be strong and you have to be on your own and you have to do these things alone. You want there to be someone who can support you, someone who genuinely loves you and isn't just in love with an image of you. Because, and the reason I even mention image is because when I started off the reading, it was about obsession, and it was about the different types of obsession that people can manifest towards you or about you. And we know that, being in a romantic relationship, it's and this is kind of where the idea of no support comes from. Because if you have, for instance, attracted romantic partners or platonic partners or friendships where these people only see an idea of you and they fixate on that and they think that that's who you are in totality, it becomes a problem. Because now, when that illusion shatters for them, and this is, if you are somebody who is being your true self, especially, when that illusion shatters for them, it becomes hard for them to see you the way that you truly are. And then that also takes an effect on you, because you're like, hold on a minute, so did you only value this because of this obsession that you might have, or this addiction that you might have? And like I was going to say earlier, obsession can come in different ways. Somebody can be obsessed with you um, as your emotional, somebody can be obsessed with you by using you as their emotional crutch, their spiritual crutch, their mental crutch. And this, spiritually, it could be that they don't know how to come up with certain ideas of their own, or they don't know how to choose what they want to wear, and so they wait for you to do certain things and make certain moves and bring out certain ideas so that they can copy those things and make it seem like it's their own. The emotional one, these are the type of people who they don't have the ability to make decisions on their own, especially ones that regard their heart, their emotions. They have to ask you, oh, what should I do about this particular situation, or what should I do about that particular situation, before they make the move to do it, because they need to hear your opinion. They trust your opinion above their own, so the they've made themselves addicted to you. They've become a crutch to your energy. There's also mental, where again, like emotional, they can't make certain decisions on their own, or they don't trust their own decision making abilities, and so they rely on you to make those decisions for them. So this is somebody I'm getting who, or just sort of another one. This is someone, when they're obsessed with your energy, it could be that you give them some kind of an ego boost or stroke or validation, and so they don't actually like you as a person, but they know that if they come to you, if they connect to you, they're going to gain some type of ego boost or lift from your interaction with them, or just by being around you. They already feel like they are a good person, or they are I don't know, like they are of that upper echelon just because of your energy, right? And the thing about all of these people, the minute you pull away, or you choose to do something for yourself, or you don't give them the same amount of energy that you were given before, they come they come running like full speed ahead. It's almost like they can feel when you're pulling away, and so they naturally will chase you. They can't help but chase you, even if their mind is telling them, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna go there anyway. And then it can become, and that obsession just becomes a bit stalkerish, and it's just weird. And sometimes the only way to bleed someone dry is to take away their supply. That supply being whoever is watching this. Um, ooh, ooh, girl. But yeah, and I feel like that's why you guys feel like there's no support around you, because it almost feels like a lot of people that have come into your life that you've chosen to love have only kind of had an image of you, or only directed their energy towards an image of you, towards a stereotype of you, or something like that. And so there wasn't any room for you to be who you wanted to be, because they always they didn't want to break away from the illusion that they created for themselves about you. This could be a reading for celebrities as well. As I was doing the other reading, I did mention celebrities and like fandom and stuff like that, and how like that is like heavy in the Neptunian energies, where there's this mystery behind that person, and you don't truly know who they are. You just know snippets of them based on either what they post on social media or what other people post about them on social media, because that's the only way you can gain access to them, or you visit their events, or you buy their products and stuff like that. So it's the same kind of energy. So a lot of the time people want to be famous, people want to be popular, but they don't understand the struggles of being on that side of life. They don't understand or empathize with what it means to be known or seen by so many people, and have so many people have this idea about you when none of them truly know who you are. It's insane. It's definitely insane, but it's the world that we live in, you know. It's the world that we live in. So one thing's for sure, people can say what they want, people can think what they want, but you know who you are. Religion and spirituality, I just pulled that out now. You know who you are, you know what your standards are, you know what your morals are, you know how you choose to have integrity and things like that. You know who you are, and you just have to keep standing on that. You being who you are is also a form of protection for you, because you're gonna all, you know, I'm assuming whoever's watching this, this was drawn to you for a reason, and you are probably somebody who's had to deal with a lot of ups and downs in relationships, because people only want to tend to the idea or one aspect of who you are, but not all of you. And so what you're asked to do in this life is be who you are, speak your truth, even if it shatters someone's illusion, even if it shatters somebody's obsession that they have over you. Tell them to grow up. First of all, tell them to grow up, and to remember that their illusion about you or their perception of you is nothing to do with you, and they would have created it in their own head. How can you believe that somebody is so single-minded? You know, it just doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Wow, isn't that funny that I just saw the same cards again and again? Anyway, so yeah, it's not your fault that they are being who they are. And one other thing that I wanted to say, that the bridge being here, I also see this as, like, if this showed up between the siren and La Llorona, it was like bridging the energies together of understanding that you can be this siren, you can have that quality about you, and still make the rest of it work. Like, still bring forth the other sides of you, the side of you that isn't so emotional, the side of you that is a bit more cutthroat, the side of you that's like emotional as fuck and is sensitive and is like a crybaby, and the side of you that's creative and sensual and seductive and feels no qualms about their sexuality and their magnetism. The same way that other side of you that can be aggressive, that can stand your ground, that will say what they think and have no issues making somebody feel some type of way, all because they tried to get shit fucked up. Bridging the gap between all of those sides of you, very important, especially for the people who feel like people just like the idea of them. It's also important for you to have extra discernment when it comes to who you choose to be with romantically, and who you choose to maybe even procreate with, and all of that kind of stuff, because you just don't want there to be any issues. Really let someone get to know you like fully, and let them see all sides of you before choosing to say that you love this person, or you want to be with them, or you want to build a life with them. See where they might have certain illusions or delusions about you, and set them straight. Be like, well, that's not me. Like, don't think that you know me that well. That's not me. And if they have the patience to stick around and get to know those other facets of you, that's how you know you've got a real one.